Well, hello and happy Makeup Monday. I'm so excited for today. I'm going to be doing a tutorial of our Cool Pinks Eye Quad. So I've been having some fun with this and thought it would be really good to put something together for you guys. So I already have my foundation on. I have not done my brows or my cheeks because I'm going to show you literally the order that I do my eyes. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to use all 4 of these colors. I am going to use possibly 3 of them. Okay, so I do like to start. You can kind of pick which of these you want to go with. If you want to go with the more purple one or the more pink one. I've been having more fun with the pink one. So I'm just going to take my all over eyeshadow brush and get a medium color on there. Okay, and I'm just going to put this literally on my lids. Okay, it's very shimmery. So instead of doing a lot of swiping, I'm going to be doing some patting, okay? Pat, pat, pat. Patting applies the color. The swiping blends it, okay? So if you find that when you put color on, not much is going on, it might be that you're doing too much of a sweeping motion rather than a patting motion, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. But there's that bright pink color on my eye, okay? So let's go ahead and put this on there. Right. So there is that. And so, like I said, I'm using the all over eyeshadow brush, which is nice and like it's fluffier so that you can get a little bit more on with less effort. Okay. So there's that one right there. Okay, that's with my all over eyeshadow brush. Now I'm going to take my crease brush right here, the one with the point on it, and I'm going to go into the crease of my eye. So I do prefer to use the dark matte one over here for that, because if you do too much shimmer, like when you take a picture, all you will see is the shimmer. So, okay, so I'm going to take the point of it, and I'm literally going to draw that line if you've ever seen any of my eye makeup tutorials, okay? So when I'm looking straight at myself, I know the color is going to show up. So when I lift now, there is like a spot. So I'm just going to fill that in, okay? So here we go. Now I know where I need to put the color to make sure that when I put my eyebrows down, the color still shows up, okay? If you get a little bit outside, it's okay. We'll clean it up. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So I know where that line is, then I can lift and go in, okay? That's why this brush is angled the way that it is, so that you can be a little more precise with it. And honestly, you just kind of go in as far as you really want. I will tell you, if your eyes are already closer together towards your nose, you're going to want to stay on the outer half. If your eyes are wide set, they're further apart, you can go in deeper and it will help pull them together just a little bit. Okay, so there's that. And now I'm going to take our new blending brush, and I'm just really softly just going to go in circles and like really soften this line of color. Okay, so you see how it's taking some of the harshness out, but you can still see it. Okay, there we go. If you want to go bolder and keep that kind of solid line, you are more than welcome to. But for me, I'm just going to go ahead and soften that line a little bit. Okay. I might need to add a little more right here. I just kind of fix it as I go. Okay, blend it and buff it back out. There we go. Okay, so now that's on there. So you kind of have 2 choices. This is what I tend to do, is I will put a matte color with our smudger brush. I'm going to use Biscotti. My Biscotti is almost done right now. It's literally in little pieces right now. So my little Biscotti, it's all broken up. But I'm going to go ahead and put a matte color on here and then touch it with a little bit of the shimmer exactly where I want it. So that way I can still get the highlight without all of just, you know, sparkle. It's not all sparkle. Okay. You could also use Blossom. Blossom would go really well. Biscotti actually probably would go better with the warm pinks, but I like to use Biscotti just for what I have here right now. And I'm going to do the inner corner too. So there's my matte highlight color. Okay. But I'm actually going to go and do this very lightest color as well. And I'm going to touch it in just a couple little spots rather than all over where I just put the Biscotti. But I'm putting it right here in the corner because you see how shimmery it is? I don't want too much shimmer. Just on that end right there. Okay? That's where I'm putting this. Especially right here in this middle corner. Right there. And a tiny bit kind of on the back half of my brow. Okay? I don't want it all up here in the middle of my eye. Because like when I shift, you can see it, the light bounce off. But it's not doing it in the middle where I look like I'm a shiny bulb, right? Okay, so let's just make sure that we are nice and blended. Something on my hair, or something on my face. Blend, blend, blend. This is why I love this new blending brush, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's that. So what I do now is I will put my primer on for my lashes. Okay, lash primer. Actually, sorry, we need to do eyeliner first. So sorry on that one. Some days I do eyeliner and some days I don't. So it just kind of depends on the day. Today we will do eyeliner. And I will tell you what I do now is I don't really worry about it being like perfect at the moment. Because I'm going to go in with a brow brush and kind of really straighten this line. So I'm just using that angled brush and just kind of going over it to really set it and kind of make it straight. Okay. So there's that. There's the eyeliner. I'm not worried about it being super duper crisp and precise like I would a liquid liner. You could do liquid liner with this, that's completely fine. I've been going to my crayon liner recently, my twist up. So I'm just kind of going over it. So that way there's a little bit of eyeliner on the brush and it helps me get into that inner corner without it being super duper thick, if that makes sense. So see, now I have this here because the eyeliner is on my brush. So I can have a little bit more control with a precise point. Okay, so eyeliner. Now we're going to do the lash primer. Sorry about that. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and wiggle that on. And then we're going to do a couple things while it sets. So that you can kind of see how I really do my whole face of color. Okay. Okay, and one of these steps is crucially important, especially if you're going to be wearing anything that has like purple hues in it. And that's going to be our under eye corrector. Okay, so I'm going to take my under eye corrector here. And I thought I brought my liquid foundation brush, but I didn't. So you could take your liquid foundation brush, or you can do what I'm getting ready to do here in just a second. So this is my under eye corrector. Normally I would take my liquid foundation brush, but I did not. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was something else. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to clean this up. Like I'm going to go straight up and very softly go back and forth in here. Kind of pull it down just a little bit. Keep that area super bright. I should have just done one eye just to show you what it would look like. So, but that is really going to clean up any... Now, I will tell you, our chrome infusions and such, they don't really have any fallout like the minerals used to. So, but this, I like to do it afterwards So that way, just in case, if it does, it helps to clean it up. Okay, so there we go. So now I put my under eye corrector on, and it's going to keep that area nice and bright, neutralize any purples underneath, and keep all the purple shade all on top of my lids rather than looking like I have a black eye. Okay, so we did that, and then the next thing that I'm going to do are my brows. So my hair is kind of a reddish violety color right now, and my natural color is an ash blonde. So I do take Cinnabar and Merlot with my angled brow brush. This is a different one than the one I did for the eyeliner because we don't want black, right? And I just kind of mix them together a little bit, and I line my brows. Now I want you to see how it makes my eyes crisp, and it kind of like helps with the structure of my face. Okay, once I get this done, and it will actually match my hair better. Okay, I'm not saying that you always need to match your brows exactly to your hair, but when you do something extreme, you might want to do something like if you have black hair and you've gone blonde, that part is really hard to do. But when you go from a lighter natural color to a darker dye, it's very simple to be able to make your eyebrows more of a similar tone. So do you see how much crisper this side of my face is with my brow than this one? Okay, so automatically lifts my cheekbone because my brow is defined. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other side. And do you remember that your eyebrows are sisters, they're not twins? So I'm just again gonna follow my natural line here. Okay, and I always gonna start at the end to be the darker and work my way back towards the front. Gives a little bit more of a natural look. Okay. Try and keep it nice and crisp. Give it a little tail. Make sure it's all filled in. Okay, and then I literally take, see how different it looks now with my brows being a little more defined? I'm just going to take the spoolie end and just brush through it, take off any extra eyeshadow, so that way they don't look painted. They look more just filled in. Okay, so there we go. So now, see, it matches my hair. It looks a little bit more like they're meant to be together. Okay, and then before I do my mascara, I'm going to go ahead and put my cheek color on. And I am going to stick with a cool tone, this Wineberry. Just going to get a tiny little bit on here. And I'm going to start at like the top of my ear, right here. And I press it in first. It might be in a line at the moment, that's fine. But then I just go back and do little swirls and blend it in and up. You want it blended up. There we go. All right, so there's cheek color. And I do my cheek color after my under eye corrector, because if you do it before, there's a chance that the under eye corrector will cover it up. So I would rather do kind of the concealing first and then go and add color. Okay, I might need a little bit more color in here. Oh, it might be okay. All right, sorry. So I'm just blending a tiny bit more color. Okay, so, and the Wineberry complements this eyeshadow, so that's why I use the Wineberry. All right, and then we're gonna finish out with mascara, and then I'll show you what I have on my lips. I just had somebody ask me to do a tutorial for this, so I was like, okay, well, why don't we go ahead and do it? So right now I'm putting on our Ultimate Mascara, which is volumizing. Doing a lot of wiggle in here. Lots and lots of wiggle. Okay. Yes, I tend to do the bottom ones too. Okay. So there's one side. So for me personally, I like to do volume first and then do defining, rather than trying to do it the other way around. because when you think of you're adding volume and then defining your hair, you normally do the volume first, which is blow drying, using your volumizing cream, using the rolly brush as you dry it out, and then you go back and you use like your curling iron or your straightener or something, right, to create and define the look that you want, right? So I kind of do the same thing with mascara. I make it all big and thick, and then I go back and add my defining mascara, which helps to spread them out. Okay, there we go. Right. So I mean, you could totally just stop right there if you are a one mascara girl, but I usually layer. I like almost every day I layer. If not, I at least put 2 coats of one on. Okay, so this one's more of a comb. So I'm going to wiggle that one through, and it's going to separate them and fan them out. Just like if you were running a comb through your just volumized hair. Okay. So you can kind of see the difference, right? Okay. Same thing on the bottom. Other side. So I tend to twist it through, and it acts like a comb to separate out those lashes. Okay. Whoops, I got a little bit on the nose. Okay. Alright, so there's that. There's the eyes. And then I'll show you guys what I did with my lips. So this is the semi-matte crushed berry lipstick. And I did put whatchamacallit, satin lip balm on. So this is sliding very nice onto my lips. And then the last thing that I did was I put our brand new Hopeful Lilac on top to give it that little bit more purpley iridescent look. Okay, so we're just gonna pop this on top. There we go. So this is our new summer products in color. Is the Cool Pinks Eye Quad. There is a warm pinks that has more of gold and like a reddish pink and things like that rather than the purpley side. So if you tend to like to wear warmer colors such as pinks and oranges and corals and gold colors, and they look really good on you, then you're gonna probably pull more towards that one. I like to wear blue and purple and white and black and grays and things like that. So I tend to pull towards the cooler side. So there is that. Happy Makeup Monday. Just so you know, the quads are $22. I have these in my drawer ready to deliver to you. And if you want your Hopeful Lilac, let me know. I can make sure it gets to you. So have a great Monday, guys. I hope that you are having a safe Memorial Day and that you are taking time to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, and just honoring them and telling stories of when they were around, or celebrating those who were able to come home and spend time and listen to their stories. So have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.